Hi friends, welcome to the Fairymellow Crochet Beginner Level course. Today we are going to start our first session. Before we start our session, I like to know whether you can hear me clearly and whether you can see me clearly. My dear friends, am I audible to you and am I visible to you? Okay. I think you can hear me and see me clearly. We'll begin our session now. Today we are going to learn about an introduction to crochet. Before we move into our lesson, I like to tell you that I have already shared the PDF with you. I'll show you it now. I have already shared this PDF tutorial tute with you. I think you all have that tute. If you don't have that tute, you can join our WhatsApp group. The link is given in the description field. You can join our WhatsApp group and take all these tutorials and updates about our upcoming sessions. Now we are going to start our session. My dear friends, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Now okay. Do you know anything about crochet? What is crochet? Have you ever tried to make something with this amazing art? What is crochet? You can chat with me and answer my questions. I like to chat with you and continue this lesson by speaking with you. What is crochet? You can refer your tute and say me what is crochet. Actually, crochet is a craft that makes different artistic pieces using a yarn and a piece of hook needle. Now, there are important words in this definition. We'll see what are they. Actually, it says crochet is a craft that makes different artistic pieces using a yarn. That is very important. And a piece of hooked needle. This is very important. Why this is very important? Some people confuse crochet with knitting. Some people think crochet and knitting are same crafts. Some people consider they both are similar with their meaning, but there is a difference, main difference between crochet and knitting. That is, we use, I'll stop this. We use a hooked needle. This is a hooked needle. You can see a hook at the end of this needle. This is the crochet hook we use to make items with crochet technique. But there are some needles like this. They do not have a hooked end. They do not have a hooked end and their end is pointed like a pen or pencil. These are knitting needles. we use 2 needles to make pieces with knitting, and we use only 1 hooked needle to make things with crochet techniques. Therefore, you have to keep in mind that crochet is a different method than knitting. Now, what we can make with crochet? What we can make with crochet? What are the things that we can make with crochet? Can you give me some examples? What are the things you saw that made with crochet? You can see there are some pieces with me too. You can give your own examples. What are the things that you can make with crochet? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your answer. Hi friends, are you there? What we can make with crochet? Actually, we can make clothes. Beautiful clothes can make with crochet. We can make clothes for children. We can make clothes for kids. We can make clothes for babies. And also we can make clothes for adults with crochet. Other things we can use to make, yeah, very good, blankets. Thank you. What are the other things that we can make with crochet? What are these beautiful things? See how beautiful they are. Okay, very good. Bags, toys, cardigans. Wow, very good. We can make bags, blankets, toys, cardigans. Thank you very much. And jewelry like this, very good. Shoes and soft toys, as one of your friend mentioned. And we can make bags as mentioned. And what are these? Flower bouquets we can make, and flowers and things to decorate our home. Very good. Hair bands, toys, very good. And what are these? Beautiful arts can make with crochet. Hair bands, very good. We can make many things with crochet. Therefore, there is no limitation for creativity when you deal with crochet. You can make anything, whatever you like to make, and see you can make with crochet. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, before we move into our next topic, I like if you can write down these things in your tute. You can, if you printed it, you can write down, and if you have the soft copy, you can update these things in your soft copy. I'll share the screen. Okay, here under second subtopic, you can write down few things that can make with crochet. Let's write down. Please write down few things that you can make with crochet. What are the things? I think you can see my screen. Clothes. You can write down anything that you like. Soft toys. Jewelry. Blankets. home decorations. What are the other things? Shoes, hair bands, bags. Write down few things. You can make many things using crochet techniques. Now we are going to discuss about types of crochet. What are the types of crochet you have seen? You can see here. These are soft toys. These soft toys have a special crochet technique. What is that? What is the technique that we use to make these soft toys? It is a amigurumi is the technique that we use to make these soft toys. Therefore, we can, very good, amigurumi, very good. What are the other types apart from amigurumi? We can see amigurumi as one type of crochet. What are the other techniques or what are the other types of crochet? Amigurumi. What is this? Lace crochet. Actually, single crochet is a crochet technique. That means we are using crochet stitch. We are using many crochet stitches to make things. Single crochet stitch as you mentioned, and half double crochet stitch, double crochet stitch. There are many stitches, and we make things using these crochet stitches. But here I am discussing the types of crochet. That means sub parts of crochet. Amigurumi is one part of crochet, and yes, granny crochet squares. Yes, we can make granny squares using crochet techniques, but it is also we consider it is under crochet, but there are other streams of crochet. I am asking what are the streams of crochet. That means we can divide crochet into few parts like this. There are sub-streams of crochet. One is amigurumi, and there are many other lace crochet, then tapestry crochet, I'll show you what is tapestry crochet. This is the tapestry crochet. Here you can see this picture made by changing colors while we continue making our work project. Therefore, this is called tapestry crochet, and there are many other subtypes of crochet, micro crochet, like this. I'll show it. Micro crochet, tapestry crochet, corner to corner crochet, fillet crochet. All of these are the parts of crochet. We can learn, if you like, we can learn after this crochet beginner level course these crochet techniques too. That means fillet crochet or amigurumi or anything you like, we can continue learning them too. Then we are going to learn, before we move into our next topic, I like if you can write down these examples in your tute. Let's write down them. Types of crochet. Amigurumi. Then what are the other things? Amigurumi, micro crochet, lace crochet. Please write down the types of crochet. These are not all types, but there are few types. Amigurumi, micro crochet, lace crochet, tapestry crochet, fillet crochet, corner to corner crochet, corner to corner. This is also called C to C, C to C crochet. These are few types of crochet. That means few sub streams of crochet. Okay. What are the tools and equipments we have to use to make crochet items? What are the tools and equipments? What are the main necessary things that we have to use to make things with crochet? What are the things? Are you there, my dear friends? We have to use mainly crochet hook. We have to use crochet hook. Actually, we have to learn many things about this crochet hook. Therefore, we do not discuss about many things at this point. Our next session is about understanding crochet hook. Very good. Very good. One of our friend has answered about crochet hook. Very good. And yes, actually you are correct. Very good. We have to use crochet yarn. You can use any type of yarn. There are many types of yarns that we can use to make things with crochet. Actually, like crochet hook, we have to learn many things about the yarn too. Therefore, we have to learn it in a separate lesson. We are going to learn about crochet hook and yarn in two separate sessions. Cutter, very good. Anything to cut the yarn, cutter or trimmer or a pair of scissors. Very good. We have to use a tape, especially if you are making wearables, we have to use a tape. Very good. And needle. Actually, the needle we are using to make when making crochet is called tapestry needle. You can observe there is eye of the needle is big than normal needle, like this. That is because we have to insert our crochet yarn to this eye and make things. Therefore, the eye of the needle should be bigger to insert the yarn. We can find plastic needles and metal needles. You can choose anything you like. Anyhow, we have to use tapestry needle. And what are the other things you have answered? Yeah, very good. Stitch marker. You have to use stitch markers when making things with crochet. Especially, we must use stitch markers when we are making amigurumi soft toys, because amigurumi are made spirally, not in rounds. Therefore, we must mark our first stitch of a round. Therefore, we have to use a stitch marker, especially when we are doing amigurumi, and we have to use stitch markers when we are crochet. We are doing crochet too. Other things are the pins. We have to use pins like this when making things with crochet, especially if we have to join something in here. We have joined this rose to this mug coaster. If we just place it and hold it with our hand and start to sew, it will end up sewing in another place. Therefore, to stop moving things, we have to use pins and make our sewing parts. Therefore, we need pins like this when making crochet things. Apart from them, we have to use some other things according to our project. Especially, yes, very good. One of our friends has mentioned it too. We have to use fiber fill for amigurumi. Fiber fill or any stuffing materials we have to use when we are doing amigurumi soft toys. And we have to use safety eyes like this when we are making soft toys. And sometimes we may have to use B6000 glue or glue gun or any thing to paste if there is any need to paste attach this rose flower without sewing, we have to use any kind of glue that is matched to paste this to this coaster. Therefore, we have to mainly use crochet hook, yarn, tapestry needle, stitch marker, pins, a pair of scissors or trimmer, and a tape. Apart from these things, we have to use any other relevant materials according to our pattern. Now, my dear friends, shall we write down these things too in your tute? I'll share the display. Okay. Let's write down tools and equipments that are necessary to make crochet. First tool is crochet hook. Then yarns. Then tapestry needle. Stitch markers. Pins. Tape. Scissors. Please write down or note down these things. Yes, very good, Ame. We have to use beads, rhinestones, buttons, zippers. Yeah, very good. They are the extra things that we have to use according to our pattern. Now we are going to move into our next topic, that is crochet terminology. What do you know about crochet terminology? Have you ever heard about standard crochet terminologies? What are the things you know about standard crochet terminologies? How many standard crochet terminologies? What is the importance of knowing at least knowing there are different crochet terminologies? My dear friends, there are two standard crochet terminologies. Yes, very good. That is names for stitches. Actually, that is the methods of naming stitches. There are two standard crochet terminologies. There are two. One is USA standard crochet terminology. Very good. Fasila, actually half double crochet, single crochet, that means they are methods of naming stitches. Actually these standard crochet terminologies divided based on how we name those stitches. As you mentioned, there are differences in naming half double crochet in USA standard crochet terminology, or actually you are correct, Ame, we call this as US standard crochet terminology too. And the other terminology is UK standard crochet terminology. These are the two main crochet terminologies. Actually, there are differences when naming stitches in both these terminologies, but you do not worry about them. You have to keep in mind that there are two methods of naming crochet stitches, or there are two methods of crochet terminologies. One is USA standard crochet terminology and one is UK standard crochet terminology. We are going to study during this course USA crochet terminology. All stitches I am teaching you is based on USA or US standard crochet terminology. Therefore, you are going to familiar with US standard crochet terminology. You can find patterns in online in both these standard terminologies. If you have to select a crochet pattern, if you are going to buy a crochet pattern, you should consider the terminology that is used to write down that pattern. If you can find the pattern in both terminologies, you have to select the familiar terminology, that means USA standard crochet terminology. If you can't find that pattern in USA standard crochet terminology, you have to convert these UK crochet terminologies into US standard crochet terminology. That is something complex, but you have to keep in mind that there is a difference between US standard crochet terminology and UK standard crochet terminology. If one pattern says half double crochet stitch, for example, other terminology says it as double crochet stitch. Simply there is a difference like that. Therefore, you have to consider only about the terminology that is used to write down that pattern. Keep in mind, we are using USA standard crochet terminology throughout this course and in the other upcoming courses, our courses. Now we are going to write down that too in our tute. Please take your tute and I share it with you. Okay. Write down under this 1.5 subtopic standard crochet terminologies. There are two standard crochet terminologies. One is USA or US standard crochet terminology. The other one is UK standard crochet terminology. And there is a small paragraph under those 2 points. We use blank. Please fill that blank with what is the terminology that we are going to use. I have told you that is USA standard crochet terminology. So write down USA here. USA standard crochet terminology throughout this course. Please fill these blanks. Shall we move into our next topic? Are you ready? Now, sometimes when you follow in a pattern, you have to face size changes. That means if for example, we think this soft toy. Consider the designer of that pattern says this soft toy, height of this soft toy is, shall we measure it? Its height is approximately 5.5 inches. The designer says the height of this soft toy is 5.5 inches. But after you making this soft toy, you can find that your sleeping giraffe is approximately about 3.5 inches in height. Now, designer says its height is 5.5 inches and your outcome is 3.5 inches. What is the reason behind this? There may be size changes when you make something by following a pattern. You have to get an idea about the reasons to size changes before making something, before following a pattern and making something. These size changes actually give worse results when we are making wearables. That means if you are making we think we are making slippers for 6-month-old baby, but your slipper is smaller than the expected size, then it will make an issue. Therefore, we have to consider reasons for size changes when making things with crochet. Now, this is a yarn. This is I making a bow. Don't worry to make them. I'll show you. Don't try to make it. I'm only showing it to you. I'm making a one, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I made the circle using a yarn. Very good. Thickness of the yarn, hook size, very good. Okay. I made a circle with 3mm crochet hook. I used 3mm crochet hook to make this round or circle. I keep it at the side. Now I am using the same yarn. This is the same yarn I used to make this circle too. Now I am using the same yarn and 6.5mm crochet hook. I am using same number of stitches. I used 6 stitches for this round and I am using similar 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I end it. And cut it. Okay. Now I made this round with 6.5mm crochet hook. Now let's check the difference in sizes. The circle I made with 3mm crochet hook is smaller than the round I made with 6.5mm crochet hook. I used the same yarn and same number of stitches. That means I used the same pattern, same yarn, but I made they both with different stitches. They are different hooks. Therefore, if our hook size is different, although we use the same yarn and the same pattern, if our hook size different, then the size of our project will be changed. If we use a larger hook, the outcome will be larger, and if we use a smaller hook, our outcome will be smaller. Therefore, one reason for size change is the changes in hook size. Now, hope you understood it. Now we are going to move the second point. Now can you observe? I am taking two yarns. One is this and the other yarn is this. Now see, there is a difference in the size of this yarn. What is the difference? You can see the yellow yarn is thinner than the purple yarn. Purple yarn is more larger than the yellow yarn. I am using 3mm crochet hook and make a circle with same number of stitches. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, and I am going to finish it. Okay. Now we made a circle with our yellow yarn. Now I keep it side and I am taking the purple yarn and the same crochet hook, that means 3mm crochet hook that I used to make the yellow circle too, and I make same number of stitches with this purple yarn too. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, and I am going to end the round. Now we use the same hook to make these both rounds, but we used different yarns to make them. One yarn is thin and the other yarn is more larger than the other yarn. See, there is a size difference. Purple circle is larger than the yellow circle. We used same pattern, same hook, but we used different yarn weights. If yarn weights are different, then also the size of our project will be changed. Now you know two reasons to size change. One is changes in hook size and the other one is changes in the yarn weight. The other reason is, now I am using the same yarn. This is the yarn I am using and this is the hook I am using. I make a circle with Hi friends, are you there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and I end the pattern. Okay, I finish it and keep it in a side. Now I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. I finish it. Now you can see I made 6 stitches, 6 same stitches to this and 12 stitches to this. Now you can see the circle I made with 6 stitches is smaller than the circle I made with 12 stitches. I used the same yarn and same hook, but I used different pattern to make these circles. Therefore, if the pattern changes, then also size of an object will change. Now you know 3 reasons to change our size. Okay, 1. Yarn tension. Very good. What is the yarn tension? Yarn tension is the way we hold our yarn. Now we'll try about these two. Now I hold this yarn tightly and make 6 single crochet stitches to this magic cream. I hold the yarn too tightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hold the yarn too tightly and made 6 single crochet stitches to this magic cream. I am going to end that round. If we hold the yarn too tightly, it is very difficult to continue with next rounds. Therefore, I'll tell you more about it when we doing practicals, but I hold this yarn too tightly. That means my yarn tension is too tight in this circle. I'll cut and finish it. And I keep it side, and now I hold the yarn loosely. Now my yarn tension is too loose, and I continue the pattern I used to make this circle, and I use the same yarn and the same hook. I do not hold the yarn too tightly now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I hold the yarn loosely, my tension is loose, and I made the circle using the same pattern. Now see the difference when holding yarn tightly and holding yarn loosely. When we hold the yarn tightly, the pattern or the final project will be smaller than when we hold the yarn loosely. Therefore, yarn tension 2 is a reason for size changes. Now I think it is very clear to you that size of the final project will change according to the hook, yarn, actual yarn weight, other thing is pattern and yarn tension. Now shall we write down them in our Now we are reaching to the end of our first session. If you have anything to clarify based on our today lesson or anything regarding crochet, please now ask them before we wind up. Do you have anything to clarify? Are all things clear to you? Actually, my mother tongue isn't English, therefore sometimes there may be things that you cannot understand that I am trying to tell you, but I try my best to describe them and teach them, and I try my best to give my knowledge to you. If there are any problem, questions based on today's lesson or anything regarding crochet, please ask now before we come to an end. That's clear. Thank you. How about our other friends? Do you have anything to clarify? I think you completed the tute too. Actually, our next, now I have given you the content of this course. Our next session will be about understanding about crochet hook, and next will be understanding crochet yarn. Actually, I teach you how to hold the yarn, how to hold the hook, and all things regarding holding yarn and the hook in those sessions. Then after those 2 sessions, we are going to start our first stitch, that means making chain stitch. Then you have to crochet with me too. I check your activities and I discuss them in our classroom before start the session. Therefore, I think you may take the maximum advantage of this course, and I like to know my weak points too. If you have anything to tell me about my weak points, then please tell me them too. I try my best to give my best knowledge to you. Then shall we stop today's session if you do not have anything to clarify, and we'll meet with our next session after another 7 days. Thank you very much for joining this session. Thank you. Have a nice day.